All right, so it says on dry erase boards, how many squares are there in shape number 10? And how do you know? Who has an answer? Oh, several people. Is it Kaylee? Kaylee, what do you say for shape or number 10? 100. Number 10, you say there is 100. Okay. Cameron, say it again. N squared. Ooh, N squared. So number 10 would be N squared. Okay. Any other answers? Anybody agree with 100? Raise them high. Okay, so several. I need somebody to convince me. So when I look at this, right, and maybe I'm overthinking. I am an overthinker. I will definitely attest to that. So in figure number 1, how many squares are there? 1. I don't want that color. In figure number 2, come on. Figure number 2, how many squares are there? Are you sure? And see, this is where I may be overthinking. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 squares, but don't those 4 squares together make another square? Ooh. So, okay, I understand what you're saying there, maybe. So there's 4 small ones, but then plus 1 would be 5. You see what I'm saying? This is a square too, right? And it says how many squares in shape number 10. This is where my overthinking, because I'm not sure what they intended. But let's take a look at 3. So in number 3, if we look at each one individually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Phone away, please. That's your verbal, your one warning. There's 9 there, but how many other squares could I do? Couldn't I do this? That's a square, right? I could do this one. I could do this one. Or I could do this one too. How many more squares did I just add? That are 2 by 2. 4. And then there's another one. What other square is there? Andrew, do you know? What about the big one? Okay, so take a look. 3 is 9 plus 4 plus 1. All right, so let's say, okay, I get it. If we're talking about just the small squares, it would be n squared, right? It would be whatever the number is squared, right? Low battery. Oh, that is not bad. That is not good. I mean, uh, if it is all squares, do you see a pattern emerging here? Nehemiah says yes. So let's say I do 4 by 4. So figure 4. is going to be a 4 by 4 square, right? So I'm going to have how many small squares? 16. Okay. And let's just do this. I would have to have 3 by 3s, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. I should have done these. So this is a 1 by 1. Let's get this straight here. 1 by 1. Then I said 3 by 3s. I kind of didn't go in order there. We had how many of those? 4. How many 2 by 2s would I have? How many 2 by 2 squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you guys see them? Here's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know it's a little hard and it's a little messy, but that's the way it is. And then I would have a 4 by 4, right? How many 4 by 4 squares would I have? 1. And to get the final answer, I need to add these all up, right? So I get 16 plus 9 is 25, plus 4 is 29, plus 1 is 30. 30. But take a look at the numbers that are being added up. Do you notice anything about those? What do you notice about the number 1, 4, 9, and 16? What kind of numbers are those? Aren't they all perfect squares? Yeah, they're perfect squares. So to find the number in a 10 by 10 square, okay, so a 10 by 10 square, we would take all of these squares together. So 1 by 1s, yeah, we're going to have 100 of those. Okay. 2 by 2s, what is the next smallest perfect square? If 10 by 10 gives you 100, then the next perfect square would be a... Come on. Think. Put on your thinking caps. Come on. A 10 by 10 is 100, so the next smallest perfect square is... If this is a 10 by 10, the next smallest has to be a 9 by 9, which is 81. So there's going to be 81 2 by 2s. All right. How many 3 by 3s? What's the next smallest square? 64. And then we have 4 by 4s, which is going to be 49. Yes, I had to think there for a minute. And then 36, 25, 16, 9, 4, and 1. So if I add those all together, anybody got a calculator handy or a phone? Make sure you're using the calculator part if you have your phone out. Add those all together. That is going to give you the number of squares. Anybody? Anybody? Well, we already said what? This is 30. And 25 is 55. 91. 140. This hurts my brain. I think it should be a Friday. 204. I might be making a mistake. Check my math. 285 and 100. 385. Anybody add them all up? Did you add them up? Did you get that number? I could be wrong. Okay. The point is, it's not always obvious. It didn't say how many 1 by 1 squares. It says how many squares. So there can be different sides and different sizes of squares, right? All right. Okay. Good example there. Are you still adding?
Yeah,
385. 385. Woohoo! There we go. Questions about that? Now that wasn't supposed to be tricky, but yeah, it was a little bit more involved there. Okay? All right. So now that you're all like messed up, I am going to have you go take a pencil. Do not use the marker. So if you have a pencil or pen, I just want you to, there are different symbols around the room, except for the back, and I need to put that on. I'm going to put an equal sign back there. Here's division. Well, you see all the symbols. What I want you to do, and I'm only going to give you about 30 seconds for each symbol, write as many words as you can that represent that particular symbol. Write as many words as you can think of. Like, what's another way of saying that particular symbol? Okay? All right. So, spread yourselves out, and I'm going to tell you when to rotate. So, everybody go to one of those boards. Okay. So, the first one. 3 times a number minus 7. 3 times the number minus 7. How would you write that as an expression? Write that on your board. 3 times a number minus 7. Okay. Who has a idea they would like to share? And if your marker's bad, throw it away. No, just raise your hand. Like, tell me. 3 times the number minus 7. What would you write for that? These are all expressions. Nehemiah?
I just put N for number and I put 3 in parentheses.
So tell me exactly what you wrote. N parentheses 3, like this?
Yeah.
And then minus 7. Okay. Anybody else got something slightly different, but maybe the same, or maybe totally different? Yes.
I put 3 parentheses A. So.
Now, is the parenthesis at the end of N or at the end of 7? Okay. All right. Anybody have something slightly different from that? So, Jean. 3x minus 7. Okay. Anybody have anything yet different that they want to share? A burger. Andrew, are you the one that wrote stick and some of these other things?
No, but when it sounds equal sign, I thought it would look like a burger.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice burger, but let's try to work a little bit and keep with the lesson. So, are all of these correct? Yes. Did anybody happen to do 3 times n minus 7 this way? Okay. So this is not correct because you're taking 3 times a number and then you subtract 7, because when you multiply first and then say minus 7. Now, if it would have said 3 times and then maybe a comma, or maybe it would have said take a number minus 7 and then take that times 3, then it would have been like this. Okay? All right. Now, let's take a look at number 2. A number minus 7, then multiplied by 3. A number minus 7, then multiplied by 3. I wish I had, there's probably some way. I know there is. You put something on and you can just show them each as they are. I think I just said this. I wasn't even thinking. So, what does this look like for you? It's not a burger, is it? Okay. A number minus 7 and then multiplied by 3. So, Andrew, that's what you have, right? Okay. Anybody else have something different? Different from that? Now, technically, if you are a math connoisseur or a mathematician, you can say n minus 7 like this, and usually the 3 would be in front because your coefficients are usually in front. Would I take this as an answer? Absolutely, because it is the same. But if you want to be technical, this is probably the best answer, and this probably one above is probably the best answer. But I would take any of those that were given. Okay? Any questions on number 2? All right, number 3. This gets a little bit more challenging, maybe. A shirt originally cost $C, and it's on sale for 60% of the original cost. Let me read that again. A shirt originally costs $C. It's on sale for 60% of the original cost. What is the expression that is going to show the current cost of the shirt? This one is a little bit more challenging, whether you realize it or not. A shirt originally cost $C. It's on sale for 60% of the original cost. All right. Have you had a chance to write something down? Who haven't I talked to? Yeah, Nehemiah, I talked to you. I talked to you. Che, is your hand up? All right. What did you write down?
C minus 60%.
How did you write 60%? What do you want me to write down exactly? Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it? Okay. What do you guys think of that? Mm-mm.
60% off the negative. You can't write it like that. Like with the percent.
Why not?
You had to write this decimal, I think.
Yeah, because you're talking about 60% of something, right? So I like how you have C minus. No, not even funny. Come on. So what did you have?
I might be wrong, but I put 0.60 times C because I thought it would be like C and then
Equals X. Now, what is 0.60 times C? What is that actually a part of for this shirt? That's the cost? Okay. What do you guys think about that? Is 0.60 times C the actual cost? What's the original cost of the shirt? What's the original cost of the shirt? C. Okay. So the original cost of the shirt is C. It is on sale for 60% of the original cost. How do I show and Sajan, right? Sajan, I always get that wrong. Sajan said he thought there has to be a 0.60 times C. He's right, but 0.60 times C is not the cost. That is actually what? It's on sale for that. It's on sale for 60% of the original cost. So this is actually the discount. Okay? So you have to take the original cost minus, you're going to subtract then the amount of the sale, which is 60%, 0.60 times C. Okay? Is that making some sense? So it's the original cost of the shirt minus the discount, which is 60% off or 60% of the original cost. Okay? Is that making some sense? I see some saying yes. Others are looking at me like, I don't know. All right, so this one, you have to talk about 60% of something. So that was what it was missing here. And this one was close, but you have to subtract from the original cost of the shirt. All right, let's go to number 4. Number 4 says, the total number of hours worked during D days for a person that works 7 hours each day. The total number of hours worked during D days for a person who works 7 hours each day. Bad marker, huh? Let's make sure we're actually working on the problems. I know when you get that marker in front of you, it's kind of fun. The total number of hours worked during D days for a person working 7 hours each day. Who haven't I talked with? How many days are we working? D. D number of days. And we work 7 hours for those D days. Yeah, sort of. Yes, yes. What do we have? Anybody got an answer? Karan, what do you think? All right, so let me just ask you. Do you work outside of school? No? Okay. If you work for 7 hours on one day, how many total hours is that?
7 hours.
Okay. If you work 7 hours for 2 days, how many hours would that be?
14.
Okay, so if you work 7 hours for D days, how many hours would that be? 7? No. For D number of days. What do you think? Okay. And that's kind of what Andrew had. And I don't even need the excerpt because we're just talking about expressions. What is D parentheses 7? What operation is that? Multiplication. So you can just put 7D, right? Or D7 or D parentheses 7. You don't really even need that. So these are all expressions. There should not be any equal signs in there. But what I was trying to show was 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times D number of days is 7D. Okay? All right, last one. The total amount of pay for working H hours at a wage of $7.25 per hour. The total amount of pay for working H hours at a wage of $7.25 per hour. How much are you going to get paid? Any volunteers? Che, what'd you got?
Probably, like the wage equals hours, parentheses, 7.25.
Wage? Do you okay, what should I write down exactly? What would you like me to write down for the total amount of pay for working H hours? X what?
Oh, X equals, well, in parentheses, hours and 7.25.
Like this?
Well, I was thinking the 7.25 is inside the parentheses.
Inside the parentheses. Okay. Like this?
Well, and H outside.
Oh, H outside. Okay. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Sort of, but this is not an equation. There's no equation here. I just need an expression. So you're right there. You're right there. Stephanie, did you raise your hand? Kinda? What did you have? 725H. What do you think about that? Yeah, that's it. 7.25 times H. Okay, 7.25H. All right. So you see, again, you don't need the equal sign. Some of you are trying to add the equal sign. These are expressions just on their own. Okay? All right. We did not have time to do the cards. We actually didn't have time to do this either. Well, that's great. All right. Actually, that's not great. So make sure you have and are working on these two homeworks. What makes you happy? I did get a few more of those. And also the math magic. Both of these are on Canvas. So is it, tell me your name again? Yasmin. All of our homework assignments are going to be on Canvas. Okay? And unit test on August 22nd. On your way out, you actually just keep these up here because my next class is a prime class too. So keep your whiteboards and your markers there. Please wait until the bell rings. And we will do some catch up tomorrow.